Lesson one, one, two. One, two, three. Good morning and welcome to the final day of action here in this Legends T20 World Cup. We've seen the third place playoff about to get off, and it's going to be Pakistan against the United States. The United States won the dress rehearsal yesterday, and today they'll be looking to continue in that way to take third position. Pakistan haven't won a game in this tournament, so they'll be looking to win their first, and if they do that, they'll be third in the standings, at least in the tournament. And then later on at 1:30, we have the finals of the tournament with the West Indies coming up against India. West Indies beating India yesterday. Let me say good morning to Ivor Henry.
Yeah, good morning, Vinod. Good morning to all viewers. This, like you would have said, the fourth day. And we're going to be in for a good day. We're in sunny South Florida. Of course, we're in the ICC-approved venue, the Broward County Stadium. So I want to, again, welcome all viewers. And as I said yesterday, we have our man, Naveed, all-rounder.
All runs here. Just getting across was Hassan. Guided it down behind point. So they'll be looking to get a good start. What we haven't seen so far from the Pakistan team is that they have not enjoyed that power play so which they normally should. They need to get off the blocks quickly here in order to put a good score up against the Americans. So these players, this is the fourth day, and I'm very surprised that everyone is so still fit and eager to go. They're playing 4 straight days.
Yeah, we're into first-class matches from the third day. It's a loud appeal. Naveed asked in a question. He was confident in his appeal, but the umpire was not interested. We saw him with wheeling the willow yesterday. He batted beautifully. He and Shadio there for the time. You know, this is the first time that the US Stars are fielding first in the tournament.
Yes. Triple. Down behind square, there's one. Mayor Stoneman is there. So just feeling it out. Reasonable first over. 5 without loss.
Yes, indeed. We're in the power play, and we didn't see one attempted aggressive shot. So it means that the bowler was on cue, or the batsman has not wound up as yet. But nonetheless, 5 for no loss. It's going to be the third place finisher looking to lift the weights this evening.
So at the toss, the captain Azim was saying they needed at least 150 to work with.
Well, they have not made 150 in the preliminary round, so let us see what will happen now that we're into the grand finale. Team winning today would become the official third place winner. Because yesterday we would have seen these two do battle, and the US Stars came out on top. Today it's a different bargain.
Yeah, well, I see our good friend Colin Board is back in action, and he's at first slip. And last night he had some pain on the shoulder, but he has recovered miraculously this morning.
Yes, well, he's still complaining. This morning I had a little talk with him. He said it's still there, nagging, but he says cricket comes first.
Down the leg side, Sonic Singh.
It's a pity his attempted catch was not recorded on video. But once he would have taken that, I think that would have been the catch of the tournament.
That would have lined up with any we would have seen in international cricket as well. It was absolutely brilliant effort. He said he had it until he struck the ground.
Yes, and he struck the ground on his shoulder and face, and I think that's when he let go of the ball and probably tried to clasp his hands to say a prayer.
Stoneman down behind point there. Stoneman, I was having a word with Stoneman last night. He loves this game. You know, he's a Native American and he's playing here. That's a handsome shot through the offside. There goes Stoneman. He's going to pull it up just before it reaches the boundary. And he throws it in. Baseball style.
Yeah, decent throw from the deep.
Yeah.
Once again, we saw him just putting that foot out instead of his hands. These guys don't dive. But anyway, he didn't give up on the chase. He ran all the way down. Seemed to be fit. Be reminded that it's over 50 tournament.
Your man Saturday was looking for you this morning.
Okay, I'm all ears. He had been looking for me for something.
I think he was looking for you to congratulate you for the good work you would have done in describing him yesterday.
I am not too sure about that, but I'll wait for the punchline. I'll wait for the punchline.
I'll say good morning to Shah Zafar, the tournament coordinator. Also Danny Khan, who's the umpires coordinator. And of course the three officials that we have here standing at the moment is umpire Raghupati Venkatacharam. And the other two, we have Sandeep Gunatilaka. He is the third umpire for this match. And Sundaresh Iyer is the one who is standing now. Easy names to pronounce.
Yes, you took all of the 6 balls to get through that because of the length of the names.
Yeah. So at the end of 2 is 11 without loss. Did you have a good night last night, Iva?
Yes, I am not going to complain. I went off and got up about, say, 4 o'clock though, so wow. I don't know if I got up too early because I went down too early. But I'm feeling good this morning, feel refreshed and rearing, ready to go.
Well, I got up at 6 and I'm feeling very tired.
Tired?
Yeah.
You can't be tired.
Extremely tired.
Looking at cricket, announcing cricket. Come on, Vinod. Cricket has got to be the winner.
I'm probably not as fit as you. So when you got up at 4, Iva, what did you do? Apart from your regular morning coffee. That's a wide down the leg side.
Well, I got a chance to scroll through my social media to see what was taking place there and to catch up on some news to see what's happening in the world. And that's about it. And
you probably had breakfast as well. You probably started breakfast.
No, I didn't have breakfast until about 8 o'clock this morning. I just stayed around, just
relaxing. Wide delivery again outside the off stump. So he's bowling medium pace now, is he?
Yes, like I said,
yeah.
When I met him over the years, he used to be a tear-away fast bowler. Yes, man, getting the ball right from the Pakistanis, man. I'm telling you, he's Pakistani. So this guy was really racing into you, man. And you have to play the balls off your chest. Yep. Remember once hooking him for 6 though, right at Frost Park. Yes, bouncing. Say no. You don't bounce at West Indians.
Could be the feeling there from Stoneman behind square.
Yeah, Charlie was his captain for years. And,
last year, Charlie?
That's it, Charlie. Yes, yes. He was captain of the Pakistani team when they met them. They were playing at Dania Beach, a park, Frost Park. That's where he met Qureshi.
And he's out caught behind. He strikes, just poking at this one. And a non-shot, so to speak. A delivery outside the off stump. He was not in line. He was nowhere close to it. And all he did was just poked at it and is out caught behind. 15 for 1.
That's what Naveed Ahmed will do to you. He looks gingerly, give you a little wide, make you think that you don't have to play, and then he gets a little closer and get you to be undecided whether to play or not to play. In the end, he ended up playing a nothing shot and was taken behind. Again, the wicket keeping is of high standard. Oh, look at it. We're going to see something in front of the sticks here now with the number 3 batsman.
Your guy is going out there now, Fazil Jahoor.
Yes, to me, Fazil, he's... If there's an award for best wicket keeping, as of now, I'm going to give it to him.
Yeah, yesterday, I looked at the run out yesterday as well when he guarded wide. And as you were saying on commentary, it was really a poor throw. But he guarded it and was able to make some sense out of it and ran the batsman out.
Definitely. So I think he should be recognized. So I know that there are going to be some presentation there and some highlights should be given of the wicket keeping standard. These guys are over 50, 60, not really playing cricket, but for the love of cricket and instinct, they just feel like I just have to give of my best. And certainly, if this is not his best, I would have really liked to see him at his best.
Yeah,
he's
really
clean,
good.
He's sharp,
neat.
neat.
Yeah, and I know you like neat wicket keeping.
Yes, of course. There goes your boy, Sonny Boy.
Well, Fazil has run out. Fazil Jahoor is run out without facing a ball.
Like we were saying, it takes 2 to run the run. I mean, he fell asleep. He should have been backing up because it was the striker's call. And I guess he should have said, no, he's livid.
Yeah, he's really upset. Yeah, he's very, very upset at this point in time. I mean, Hassan drove the ball straight down the ground, and I thought that Fazil was probably a bit late to come off his blocks. He's not happy. You can see him walking off there. Run out without facing a ball. That can't be good. And our cameraman Iva is following him right into the dressing room.
He's livid. He didn't even go close to the batsman.
Wow.
He didn't even go close to the incoming batsman. He stayed far.
But I think though, Iva, he has to blame himself there. It was a single. Definitely was a single.
Yes.
He was laboring up the track.
Yeah, he caught him napping. He wasn't thinking singles. He's saying, man, this is the power play. I shouldn't be hustling no single.
Yeah.
I have to get the ball off the square, And it's the first time he's batted in the tournament.
No, actually, it's the second time. He got a dock yesterday.
Okay. Yes.
In fact, it's the third time. He had 2 docks. It's the third time he has batted in the 4 games. Yeah. One of the games he played as on the fielding side as opposed to the batting 11. And the Fazil will leave Fort Lauderdale without scoring a run. Colin Board, the other Trinidadian, hasn't gotten a knock. So no Trinidadians haven't contributed a single run in this tournament. Well, I will have to buy Anthony Sadio. I'm going to buy him. He's from Kufa, he tells me, in Trinidad originally.
Yes.
So Sadio has been scoring for all of them.
Well, he looks good behind the sticks, I can tell you that. So Angkor, he is the new batter. So he batted well in his first inning for some 30-odd runs. And look good, this time he's taking this one out. 2 wickets already, 16 runs on the board. So they're in a spot of bother. The winner of this encounter would get the official third place in this tournament. As you know, this afternoon we'll have 1 and 2. And this time he's playing outside the off stump. There's a lovely shot, but it's just going to be 2 runs as he goes just over Mark Qureshi on the point position. It was aerial, but it was not timed. But the offer and the execution was not what he would have wanted. But width was an offer, and he latched onto it. This time he's playing a conventional push drive, but he goes straight to the cover point. Can't score. So Anchor, he plays in the local league here. He's an all-rounder, good cricketer, knowledgeable cricketer. He's an umpire also, so he knows the laws of the cricket, playing conditions. He always keeps himself abreast of what goes on around him. This time he's opening the face and he's running it down to a wide third man. Picks up a single. That's another good-looking stroke. We know we're in the power play, and most times people try to go gung-ho, but when you have to repair the damage that would have gone just before you with just 19 for 2, you have to preserve wickets and at least tell yourself it's a 20-over encounter, and maybe this is time for Angkor to say he has to bat through the innings. But one of these two batters, Asim Hassan and Angkor, they've got to bat deep in order to put up a respectable total on the scoreboard. Here it is. The Pakistani Stars would have won the toss this morning, elected to bat. And for the first time, we are looking at the US Stars fielding first in this competition. First 3 matches they would have batted and tried to set targets, and they were always in with a chance. They've scored heavily in this tournament. They were not able to defend for the first two matches, but they did so successfully yesterday against this very same team, the Pakistan Stars. So with that single off the last delivery, Angkor keeps strike. Naveed, the wicket taker, he's going to continue. He has bowled 2 for 9. He has gotten 1 wicket. The other wicket would have gone via the run-out route. So just like yesterday, we started with clouds hovering about. Stiff breeze blowing from east to west. This time it's a lovely stroke there by Angkor. He's just opening the face and gets it out to the wide, long off position. Fielder runs around, but he got there so quick that he was just able to just get that single. This time he's turning this one around the corner, playing it with some caution. Like we said, they can't afford to lose another wicket here. Naveed has been bowling well, so they're not taking too many chances of his bowling. Another single. We're into 21 it is now for the loss of 2 wickets. This time he's playing it ball and caught. Angkor has perished. Naveed. He should have been trying to hit this one out of the park. It was over pitch, but he just played it back to the bowler as if to give catching practice. Naveed took the offer and said, well, I'll take this and get wicket number 2 added to my name. 21 for 3. They're falling, and they're falling fast. Angkor, very disappointing. And Angkor, the previous delivery that he would have faced, he played a lovely carpet drive, but he just got 1 for it. And this time, when he should have done the very same thing, played with his bottom hand and played it back. A soft dismissal in the end. He's very, very disappointed. He should have been cutting this one through the covers. because there's no cover sweeper. So Shizan Ahmed is the new batter. He's going to be accompanying Asim Hassan. So in your absence, Anchor would have gone, and your man Naveed Ahmed once again in the wicket column. Bowden Court.
I was able to see that there from the other side. And the medium pacer. He's bowling off spin at times. He's gone back to medium pace. Seems to be a good cricketer. Got some runs yesterday as well.
Yes, indeed. I did talk to him as an all-rounder yesterday. And he, like I said, he hardly does any bowling. He mostly do some wicket keeping and batting. But here there's something in him to open the bowling today, and he's doing it effectively.
Doing a very good job.
He bowls with that open chest. And
he has a bit of a slinging action, so which means he'll get a ball to swing away from the right-handers and into the left-hander. And you're seeing that with the left-handed Shizan Ahmed on strike just now. So it's 22 for 3, and things not looking good again for Pakistan.
yes, they've been always under the gun from the very first day. They're looking for a win in the competition, but a win today would give them third place. And would that work wonders for them, having lost all of their matches, and to come back in the playoff and win, and just all of a sudden take third place. Well, just 3 runs coming from that and a wicket. So Naveed, his 3 overs has resulted in 12 runs but 2 wickets. We're going to have a bowling change from the far end. Which one it is going to be coming from the far end.
So Rizwan from Coconut Creek. He's the captain of Coconut Creek.
He bowled very well in tandem with Charlie on the second day. He kept the US Stars in with a chance of winning that game, but in the end, Colin Borden would have given it up in the 19th over.
Yeah.
3 sixes from that over.
He's bowling well. He started well. This is good bowling. Just on and about the off stump, turning away from the left-hander. Cut away. That's a lovely shot. Colin Board can't get that. It's into the boundary for 4.
Welcome boundary, and like we said, this is the last of the power play, so they're going to try to see if they can get as many as they could from this over. But Rizwan, he's not going to have none of that. I'm telling you, Rizwan is a serious cricketer. He doesn't like to be hit.
Too much room though, that last one.
Yes, even though he was outside the off stump, he still needed to be hit.
He is pulling the right foot away, the square leg, and trying to cut. Whereas what he should be doing is taking the left leg back and across, getting closer to it to cut it. So it's the end of the power play. 26 for 3. The United States are on top at this point in time.
Yeah, good comeback there by Rizwan with the last 2 deliveries. Have been struck for beautiful 4 down to backward point. He came back with 2 dots to finish with just the 1 scoring shot that went for 4. Other than that, he placed 5 dots in the scorer's book. 26 for 3. Again, we want to welcome all viewers to the MAC TV. We're coming to you live here from the Broward County Stadium here in the beautiful city of Lauderhill.
So the Express, Mark Qureshi is going to take up the attack from the pavilion end. Let's see what he brings to the table. Naveed is out of the attack after his 3 overs, so he's going to take a break. Let's see, Mark will want to keep it tight here.
He bowled in the power play when he opened the bowling on day number 2. He started around the wicket. Today he's going to be over the wicket. Around the wicket he bowled a number of wide, so let's see if he's going to correct that with his shoes red bottom.
Well, that's a good delivery first up. And takes the inside edge. Nearly crashes into the stumps. I saw Ivor raising his finger, but as if he was bowled. But I'll tell you something, if he was bowled, Qureshi would have been running all around the ground. He was just too calm on that occasion.
But it was a good delivery, I dare say.
Again, another good delivery. And it peels off the edge. So good line adopted here by Qureshi.
When there's no slip, I call it a calculated edge. It's an area where you can get a slip. Now they're making they're taking out the short third man, putting him into fine leg position, short fine leg up in the wing. Oh no, it's a left to right combination, I beg your pardon. So it's a southpaw. We have Ahmed. Shizan Ahmed is the left-hander, so the field changes over.
That delivery swings from Qureshi. It's wide, and it started too straight.
No, someone forgot to tell Qureshi it's a left-right combination.
Would have been a good delivery to a right-hander.
That's the line that he was bowling for the first 2 deliveries. So for the first 3, he was outside the off stump.
Ooh, that one swings back in. Now that's a line that Qureshi wants to adopt. That one was just outside the off stump. It swung back in. So the old timer is getting the ball to swing.
Yeah, he's bowling with much more control than we would have seen when he bowled those 3 overs in his opening spell the other day. So he must have gone in the nets.
This is down the leg side, signal wide. You can see Qureshi struggling there. He lost his run up. Delivery stride. He lost his shape on delivery stride.
Yes, he lost his way and the wicketkeeper knocked it down. Saved some runs, I can tell you that. It seemed to have pushed that one through. He would have gone very close to the boundary had he not get some glove on it.
This one keeps low. In the air, he could get a wicket here, Qureshi, and it's dropped.
Oh my goodness, he fell and hit his head now.
By Suja Khan.
Let's hope he's okay because his head went into the turf when he fell back.
Suja Khan putting that one down, and I don't think Mark is going to allow him to forget that.
Yeah, he went past it. The ball eventually... Oh, this one is way down the leg side, and the wicketkeeper had no chance of getting a glove on that one.
All of a sudden, Qureshi, whose first 3 deliveries went for just 3 runs, he's now bowled 5 deliveries that has cost 10 runs.
Yeah, he have to forget about the drop catch. Seems as if he bowled that one in anger.
That's a good delivery. Well pitched up. so important that you hold your catches. He's looking in the direction of Suja Khan, who is not looking in his direction. The best over for Pakistan so far, 35 for 3.
Yes, I think he got a stay down there from Qureshi. Qureshi goes hard at everything he does in cricket. He wants to bat long. If he has that leather in his hand, he wants to be in the wicket column, and he had a chance there. We thought from the first delivery, which was spot on, came close to an appeal, but that catch should have definitely been taken. You're feeling up in the circle, the ball came to you and you run past it. In the end, over your head, and it's a good thing it was grass. It came down on because you saw his neck snap there. I was worried for a minute. But it's still there. No need for medical attention.
That's out.
Yes, that's out.
That's definitely out. He played right around that, and Rizwan Mohammed has brought the United States back in this clash.
Unless he got an edge, and he seemed to be indicating.
Yeah, he's saying that he did play it.
Yeah, probably came off the glove or something.
But if he didn't play that, I think he was all out. If he didn't play that, he was dead as a doornail.
Yeah, that particular umpire too. They have a way to be going up too quickly for those LBWs.
That's this guy. He's this umpire here, Iva.
He has 26 letters in his name. He used the whole alphabet.
Yeah, Raghupati Venkatachalam. Follow me, Iva. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm counting here. He's one short of 26 letters for his name. What was his parents thinking? I think his godparents must have named him.
Well,
I don't think his parents would have done that to him.
I think he can't have a bird paper. He has to have a bird book. So that's 4 wickets. Let's call him Venkat for short.
Yes, I think by the time we would call his whole name, an over would have been bowled. But it goes back to my point again. Your style is your style. But I believe that every umpire, when it comes to leg before wicket,
do your checklist.
Get the checklist.
Yeah.
In a good enough time, you don't have to spend an eternity. Well, 36, your favorite number is on the board, 36.
Oh, I still have to tell you what that means in Trinidad.
And I'm waiting. But you say you're going to tell me off air.
Yes.
But every time we go outside, the air is blowing. You never get to tell me. The air is always on. When we're in the building, the AC is on. You're telling me the air is on, it's not off.
It's off air. You'll get it.
Okay, I'll get it. Maybe if we go over to Pakistan, we'll go in Saddam Hussein's hideout.
Mm-hmm.
That's Iraq, not Pakistan, I beg your pardon. If you go to Iraq, we can get in the bunker. So Rizwan again is on spot. Spot on. He's got 1 for 5. Outside the off stump. Batsman not moving his feet. But once he would have get some will on that, I think he would have gone past the backward point. He'll have been in the scoring column. The ball is going to follow him all inning, I can tell you that now. Having dropped a sitter. I think Qureshi would forgive him because Qureshi is going to say, well, at least I'm not the only one to drop a catch. He dropped one off his own bowling.
Yep.
So I think that's what the fielder would have told him. He said, you even drop your own catch. Why are you mad at me dropping one for you?
Could have had 2 wickets in this tournament, Mark.
Yes. Colin is favouring that right arm. You see him not swinging it?
Yep.
He picked up and he tossed the ball back with his left hand. He's favouring the shoulder he came down on. But he's such a fighter. I think it's time for you to tell the folks some of his achievements.
Yeah, Colin has won the most titles as manager of any CPL team. He has won 4. And this year, his team, Trinbago Knight Riders, got knocked out at the semi-final stage. And the Trinidad B team ended up winning the CPL. But Colin has also been, in the past, manager of the West Indies A team, the Trinidad and Tobago Red Force team. So he's done good work.
So let's...
Qureshi's off the ball now. He has taken himself off, and Nanda Sandilya, all the way from New Jersey, is coming into the attack now.
So let's correct that. The St. Kitts Nevis Patriots would have won the CPL for the first time.
Nanda bowls, and his delivery must have touched something, because wide was not called. Nanda used to play for Hyderabad in the Ranji Trophy.
Yeah, you might be wondering why he's in a different shirt. He hung his shirt out to dry earlier, and for some strange reason, he can't find it.
You serious?
Serious? Was over the railings. Yeah, it was over the railings, and by the time he finished warming up and looking for his shirt, he can't find it.
Oh, someone probably likes how it looks.
So that's the reason you see him in a different color from the US playing colors. And he was already named in the 13.
So he's not bowling badly. Well, just as I say that,
Commentators curse. So what a way to bring up the 40.
yeah. So he would have played with guys like VVS Lachman. They're still very good friends. Well fielded by Stoneman at square leg.
Yeah, he's bowling off bricks.
Good over, just 3 runs. And Nanda concedes 4 runs at the end of his over, which was a really good over. And end of 9, Pakistan Stars still struggling at 42 for 4.
He's struggling, yes, that's to put it mildly. I think they're in a spot of bother. If you want to be in the reckoning for 3rd place, they've got to do much more than this. They won the toss, elected to bat. So if you're setting a target, I think you want it to be in excess of 120. At least it's 120 balls. You want to give them at least a chance to score from every ball. Anything under that, you're pretty much losing the match in the first inning. You don't have any Curtly Ambush to come down to bowl and take 5 wickets for 1-1. And to think that the big man would have done it against, I think it was Australia, right? Or England. 5 for 1.
It's going to be Rizwan, who has done a good job, 1 for 6 in his 2 overs. Is he a big turn off the ball, Rizwan? You would have played against him.
No, but he flights well and he varies as well. That's his forte.
Is this one Pakistani? I'm getting the impression he's Guyanese.
No. He's from one of those countries over there. It's not Pakistan either, but not India. It's
Bangladesh?
some one of those.
Okay.
Yeah. Your man is in the history books, Pollard. Remember the match he was playing the other day when Tolly were playing against. They won the match though. He's the first man and the only man who would have taken 300 wickets with over 10,000 runs in 2020 cricket.
Yeah, that was in the IPL playing for Mumbai.
In the IPL, yes.
Look at Suja Khan. He says he could win a 100-meter race against anyone. And he has some pedigree. Don't ask him to catch, though. Ask him to run.
He was caught in Kamwa. Good work there by Raj, definitely. And what did he say? I think the Pakistanis should try to stay and bat the 20 overs because the ball is going to follow him all day long. After the drop catch, he's going to be in the play. They're going to pick him out.
I'm very surprised I haven't seen Mr. Cricket himself. This is unbelievable. Nasir Charlie's not there.
But he's here. He's in the grounds.
You saw him?
I think, yeah, Charlie.
No, I'm not seeing Charlie anywhere.
I thought I saw Charlie.
That's
Carr
4 runs
when
in the
he came.
meantime.
Yeah, loose delivery there by Rizwan. So that's the second boundary he has given up in his spell. This is his third over. Just conceded 14 runs. And like we said, 8 of those are boundaries. So, he has bowled very, very well. And the free. Once they score from him, they're scoring 4s or 3s, just a few singles. Batsman covering up. Back along the track. Rizwan fields to his own bowling. Not too pleased, as you can tell, the way he picked that ball up, having given up a 3 and a 4 in that. I think some 8 runs from that over. As we have reached the halfway mark, 50 for 4. The wicket column is the bother. The score 50 is not a bad score from 10 overs, but in the wicket column. Are they going to continue? Well, I don't think they're going to have this strategic timeout. I think they're going to just push on and keep the game moving. It's not hot by any means. Like I said, we started on the cloudy skies. Hopefully there will not be rain. I don't think there's any rain in the forecast. We're under steady breeze. So I think for the next 10 overs, these cricketers are going to have to get the water. At the edge. Oh, one is a loud appeal, but he struck outside the off stump. So that was in more hope than anything being realistic. But Nanda, he's been bowling very, very well. Back G. Goes in, he's bowling over the wicket. This one is down the leg side. It's going to be a bad delivery. Bad line started outside leg, going further leg and kept low as well. Didn't give the batter a chance to really swivel and get it. Oh, this one's going to be a no ball. Yeah, this one was off the pitch itself. So it's going to be a free hit. So he has lost his way. Nanda, he's lost his way. He has bowled beautifully for his first over. But now the waiter is definitely off. Outside the off stump. He's punching and punching well. He's going to get 4 for this. He split the cover and the mid off. And away she goes for 4. Total goes on to 56 for 4 over number 11 in progress. Partnership is growing. It has gone to 20. So the US Stars, for the first time, they're fielding first in this tournament. So they'll be getting a chance to chase. So we'll see what they have on offer in the chasing column. So they did not take a break. When you thought they would have taken a break at the 10, they said we can just move on with it because the going between innings has been so slow over the tournament. I guess they're saying no need to take a break, or else we'll be here until 6, 7 o'clock this evening because there's going to be a presentation at the end of the grand finale.
Yeah. And the Baji pulled away for 4. Stoneman can't get that. After a very good first over.
And they always blame the line. Now he's going to say, hey, I'm going to go round the wicket now because over the wicket is not doing me any good. I think he's going to change. Let's see if he's going to change. Maybe not. No, you have to wait. Wait for the water. Wait. You have to wait. End of the over.
That's a no ball.
Second one in the over.
Nanda just came in, I think it was yesterday.
Free hit. Umpire forgot to signal the free hit. But it's a free hit nonetheless. It's a free hit.
He's going to go around the wicket. Another no ball.
Yes.
Right now, that should be a no ball.
Yes.
But it was out.
Well, the free hit continues.
Umpire Aya.
Signal free hit.
Yes, he is.
There he goes.
Very small signal.
Ball's going to follow him all day. Remember, I told you.
A wonderful throw back to Qureshi. He's sleeping, right?
He's going to be in the thick of things. I'm telling you. Once you put down a sitter like that, it never fails. All these little things you have to follow in cricket. Make it cricket. Make it interesting.
Cricket is a spirit, you know.
I'm telling you, the ball is going to follow him. Like, I'm going to follow you, pal. They told me that's what you used to do when you used to be in the field and you wanted to be spoken about. You'll make sure you drop a sitter, and then
they'll talk about you.
Talk about you for the rest of the. Exactly.
After 11, it's 63 for 4. Some sort of recovery here between Shazan Ahmed, who has been in there for quite a while, and Shilesh Sharma, who's on 40.
Partnership 27. This day's coming over. Ali Bakawi is going to be the new bowler. He's taking over from Rizwan Mohammed. A partnership of some 27 runs so far between these two. Bowls left arm around. He flights this one up outside the off stump. Can't score as this one goes to the backward point region. So the last wicket, Asim Hassan gone when he would have scored 9. Quick single here as Qureshi runs in and made an attempt to run out the batsman, but withheld the ball.
Is that your friend the lollipop bowler?
Well, he has bowled 2 fine deliveries there so far. Partnership of 28.
So Bukhari, who tricks these batsmen by the lack of pace. You can see Shazan there having to put energy into that one.
You say he has 2 speeds.
Yeah, slow and slower.
Slow and slower.
I think Sujakan has to look out there. The ball is going to come in his direction. It's Marshall in the covers. Down to Colin Board.
That right hand, he's favouring that right hand again. Yep. Anything to his right. I hope he get it looked after. It felt real awkward in attempting that catch. Took it, but he didn't hold it long enough, because once it would have hit the ground, up goes the weasel.
I know last time he had it in a sling. But Colin Moore is that kind of guy. He's going to give it 100% effort. One more, and they're going to take 2.
But I think once he leaves here, he's going to be traveling. He's going to go to the World Cup, isn't it? I think he did mention something of that sort.
Yep. One more. End of the over. I think the umpires need to take control of this game. They can't have this young man run out there at the end of every over. He's keeping back the game.
No, not necessarily, because they didn't take the strategic timeout.
No, was it. It was made very clear this morning by the tournament director that at 10 overs, water and other refreshments are allowed to come on the field for that period, not every over, at the end of 10.
Yeah,
so if you refuse to take water at the end of 10, and Qureshi is right. Qureshi is telling him about it. He's quite right.
Yeah, but hear this, you cannot deny them refreshment. You cannot do that.
So every over he can go out there?
Once he's not wasting time.
But he is wasting time.
No, because they're not ready to play.
Qureshi went up to him just now. I was speaking to him.
Look at the field of play, and you're going to tell me if the fielders are still going in place. See?
That was because they were waiting. They were just hanging out because this young man was on the field yet again.
Trust me, you cannot deny a batsman water. It's written. You cannot do that. But as long as it's not wasting time.
But it's wasting time.
No.
Look, he's having another conversation with another guy there. Everyone knows that this is just wasting time.
Look at the field. Check your time.
I think the umpires need to be a little more aware of what's going on here.
See a guy who's going to field?
But that would have been done
so
before.
You go set your field. If I'm umpiring, that's what I'm telling you over here. If I'm umpiring right now, I'm saying, you go and get your guys in place. Now, there is a penalty point for wasting time.
Right.
If the batters are not wasting time when you are ready, now I can send in my signal to give you 5 penalty points for the batters wasting time. But look at it. They're still setting field.
So Qureshi is wasting time then.
Yeah, exactly. You're wasting time bothering with this when the umpire should be doing all what you're asking the water boy to do. Let the
No,
umpire
but the
do
water
that.
boy needs to stay away from the ground now. I've seen enough of him.
Well, tell me that's what it is. But in terms of wasting time, the feeling side just wasted all of that time.
Good shot down to Suja. Look at it. Brilliant stop and a wonderful return.
All day long, the ball is going to follow him. Didn't I say that?
Suja is my good friend, you know. No, but he has some speed, I dare say. Did you see that sprint?
Of course, can't miss it. And you're not going to miss him. The ball is going to follow him all day long. Now they're moving him. They're going to...
But the mayor.
Yes, but the ball is going to go to him still. Understand it. It's going to happen. I've been around this game long enough.
What is that? What is that? What type of throwing is that?
You said it was a lovely throw.
Outside the off stump, wide.
Mm-hmm.
I think Mark Qureshi knows his players and he's decided to bring Suja into the ring. Suja, though, you can't fault him. He'll never give up. He'll be fighting. Over Suja's head now, down to Mayor Stoneman, who gathers nicely.
You didn't say anything about the throw. That was a good throw as well.
Yeah, and that throw came from very far out and was into the 30-yard circle.
It was a relay throw, so that's good.
Check shot, and that is what saved him. Down to Sonny Singh, who rolls it back in.
Sonny boy.
So the officials taking part in this tournament: Shah Zafar, the tournament coordinator; Danny Khan, the umpire coordinator; and the umpires: Raghupati Venkatachalam, Sandeep Gundatilika, and Sundaresh Iyer. In this game, Sundaresh Iyer is the standing umpire. At this point in time, the square leg umpire, Raghupati Venkatachalam. He's having a word with umpire Venkatachalam. And he's pointing to his wrist. So it has to do with time. I'm lost.
So we thought it was the end of the over, but it's signaling no ball. Yes, no ball and free hit.
That's a mighty hit there by Shazan, but no connection.
Bowl him. He bowled him.
He's bowled, is he?
He bowled him with a no ball, but it does not count.
That's a free hit.
Yeah. Knocked him over. Like stop. I'll tell you right now, if nobody warm with water or whatever it is, they're going to take the same amount of time to finish this over. It's just the luck of the draw. got some men who just going, taking their time. In 2020 cricket, people want stick keeper. One from here to the fielders, they want to go to the field. You will not have this. It simply means you're going to take over 3 hours to finish the match.
Does Bukhari to continue? Punch down to Nanda.
Well, Shalish moving his feet nicely there. Remember, we said Shalish is the president of the Gold Coast League. Yesterday he was disgusted in himself getting out. Well, today he's wheeling the willow pretty good with 24 from 25.
Mm-hmm.
So
where's the Gold Coast? What is considered the Gold Coast? I know the Gold Coast in Australia.
no, that's the name of the league, the Gold Coast League.
And the teams come from where?
A lot of Indians in there, the Pakistanis and India, Bangladeshis, some West Indies, 1 or 2 West Indies team. But Trinidad team is in their competition. Yeah, the BCC. Yes. So Shalish, yes, he's a good man. He marshals his troop, very highly respected in the league. You know, you have some presidents, sometimes you just don't respect them. And here he's again playing the square drive and he's getting a single. He's hoping to do well. And on Sunday he's going to have bragging rights. He was on TV and he was representing cricket in these parts, representing well. Not behind the computer, not behind the office. He's on the cricket field and he is wheeling the willow at this time. This one is high in the air. And as usual, the ball is going to go to him. He's going to follow him all day long. Early in the day, he would have dropped the sitter. So this brings Shalish back on strike. He's at a quarter century. He's on 25 from 26. This time he's out caught behind. Oh, he's bowled him. He's knocked him over. He's was leaving his stump open there, trying to make room to cut, and he misjudged that one. Knocked his off pole. So Shalish goes for 25. A good looking knot. He had to do some repairing here. We'll get the partnership in a minute. But he stayed there for quite some time. Shijan was there with him in that partnership. Shijan Ahmad is on 20 from 29. So Shama, he goes for 25. A good looking, quiet 25. He's disgusted with himself the way he got out, because that one he was playing some nice cut shots outside the off stump, but this time he misjudged the one that was on the wicket and his pole was knocked over. End of 14, 81 for 5. So Ahmad, first over, cost him 7 runs. He comes in with the second over, down the leg side, and naughty. It's wide. One more added to the total, 82 for 5. The count run rate is 5.5. They've got to up that. The wickets are halfway down. This time is a loud appeal, but struck outside the off stump. That was in more hope than anything else. Pakistani winning the toss, electing to bat first. Trying to set a target here. One which they think they can defend. The batsman is on driving in the air, but was in no danger of getting out. Caught. So Shizan Ahmed, he is on 21 from 31. He's been there for quite some time, and he'll want to stay to the end. This went down the leg side. Let's see if you got some willow on that one, but it was pitched outside the leg, going further down leg. The batters would have crossed for 2 in the meantime. Byes signal there by the umpire. The score advanced by 2 to 85. But that ball was clearly outside the leg stump, but I guess he couldn't get out of the way. But there's no man behind down square. They need some runs. That was a freebie. He should have gone hard at that. But I guess he's just entered the wicket. That was his first delivery. Just wanted to be extra careful. This time he's looking for a run which is not there. Wisely sent back by Ahmed. Over number 15 in progress, and this time he covers up. They need to get over the 100 mark, at least 120, and give the US Stars something to go at. Outside the off stump, he's opening up the blade, but steering it straight to the man at backward point and can't score. Over number 15 comes to an end, 85 for 5 at the end of it. Shizan Ahmed is on 21, and Rapport is yet to score. He has sucked up some 4 deliveries. He has got to get the wheels turning. Well, he contributed 2 leg byes, if we may say that. He advanced the score. We've been here since Monday, folks. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So 4 days is not easy going, I can tell you. I've heard a youngster, the mascot who'd been running around bringing the food for Vinod and the boys, saying he was so beat yesterday. Mind you, he's sitting in the AC, but he's yes, and he's a youngster and he's tired. Could you imagine these oldsters? And Vinod has said earlier, from since Monday, it's easy for these guys to go down and it's harder for them to get up. They're over 50. Most of them are in their 60s. Again, all viewers, we want to say good morning to you, good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you are. We know Max Dyer, he's up and about, he's viewing the proceedings, and he's keeping a keen eyes on the umpire. Max Dyer is the president of the Umpires Association here in South Florida. This time he's pulling out the broom, he's sweeping, but well enough to get a single. Score goes up to 86 for 1. We're into over number 16. I think the party should be starting anytime now. But Shelley should have gone last batter out for 25. Now the time that he should have been there for the party. So he set the table and everything was dressed. But now the party is ready to begin. He's not there.
Well, again, your man Suja Khan comes into the action there at short cover. There's Bukhari with those lovely lollipops. That's a flatter one. He's gotten him. Like before, a flatter delivery, a quicker one. That's probably his special ball, his surprise delivery. And he has sent back Rajput. So it's 86 for 6.
Yes, he got right in his wicket and was trying to tug it down to the vacant deep backward square leg.
I swear to God, Shazan Ahmed has called out this young man 85 times.
He's still showing his bat. I don't know. We don't have the replay. We don't have a hotspot. All I would say on that is that I still think that the umpires, and this goes for all umpires, in LBW decisions, get your checklists. I know a batsman is never out, LBW, but when a batsman, unless he's a cheat and can tell you he hits the ball, and I think, are they calling in somebody? They're calling somebody here. They're calling in the batsman. This is what we are saying. You see what waste of time? They must cross on the field of play. Watchput, he was just sucking up deliveries anyway. There was 6 deliveries for his duck, for his knot. So I guess the umpire may have said, I'm going to take you out of your misery. Okay. Both umpires at the same end. That should not be. Meet in the middle, guys. If you're going to do something, you have no business at the striker's end, Mr. Standing Umpire. The square leg has his job to do. You have your job to do. Remember that. You're on camera. The scouts are looking. These are little things that you get your X for. You know that. You see them always meet in the middle if they have to meet. And that's been a long time, over 2 minutes, with that fall of the wicket. Would it be interesting if one of the fielders appealed for timeout? Well, there's a late cut. He gets off the mark. Azim right away. Advanced the score to 87 for 6. This brings Ahmed on strike. He's on 22. This one is definitely the slow one. The slowest one. Got a nick on it. Just the pads. So a wide was not given there. Again outside the off stump and missing. This is not the time for Sishan Ahmed to be missing. He's been there for quite some time. He missed out on the two last deliveries. He has got to up the ante. We know it's been a long time. We've started since Monday and it's Thursday. It's like you're playing a 4-day first class match, or 4 days out of 5. There's no turning back, guys. This is your last match in the tournament. You would have already been knocked out of the vying for the championship. So give it your all. Get to the finish line. Like we saw on the first day when a batter was run out. He was run out halfway down the pitch. And he kept running and said, well, I'm going to complete the run, even though it's not going to be added to the total. Oh, there's your man again. He's misfeeling. Ball went straight to him. They should be taking 2 here, and they will get it quite comfortable. Mark Stolman, he doesn't have a throwing arm, so he has to relay the throw to the 30-yard, and then from the 30-yard into the keeper or the bowler. This time he's bunting this one again for another double. So relaxing 2. So we're into the 90s now. It's 91 for 6 over number 17. Now, psychologically over the 100 mark. They feel they would have accomplished something. Sam is coming forward. Mark Qureshi comes in play, effects the stop and can't score. So we have 2 doubles and a dot. This time outside the off stump, left alone. This is not the time, pal. You've got to try to get the willow. There's no slip on offer for that catch, so you have to wheel it and wheel it hard. It doesn't matter how they come at this time. Or play the reverse sweep. My word, he's so defensive. That's a tired looking shot. Here he's again coming forward and getting an outside edge. The ambles through for a single from the last delivery. 92 it is for 6. At the end of 17, that's the latest score here at the Broward County Stadium. Joe Shellis must be a proud man. He would have batted for some 25 runs and was disgusted with himself when he was bowled a neck and crop. Misjudged one that was on the stump. He was playing beautifully outside the off stump for the previous deliveries. This one was closer to the stump, as a matter of fact, on the stump. And his judgment left him outside the off stump. He's dabbing this one for a single. Backward point comes in. 93. I think the Pakistani Stars would have think that they would have had enough runs on the board because they're very, very defensive at this stage of the innings. Still have all of 4 wickets in the hut. But the US Stars are attacking. They're attacking with a slip. This time he is going. There's a missed stump there. He was pulled out of his crease. The ball cannoned into the wicketkeeper's pads. Again, he thought he would have been bowled, but you've got to get your gloves on that, Mr. Wicketkeeper. This time he's pulling this one. He's pulling well. He's going to be 4 runs. There's no man on the deep backward square leg boundary. So he pulled out the boom, did some house cleaning, got 4 for his effort. 97 it is. 4-6. So finally we saw some signs of aggression. With 15 more deliveries in this innings, and you still have 4 wickets in the hut, I think they have got to be a little more aggressive. They have not been running a lot of singles, so they can't use the excuse that they're winded. This time again, he's turned this one around the corner. What should have been 2, they amble through for a single. Some tired legs are out there. Then again, we are in sunny South Florida, and the sun is blazing down in the early morning. Mr. Lenny Archibald, we want to say good morning to you. Also, this one comes forward. The bowler was in hope of getting it into the pad, but got some willow onto it, so the appeal was aborted. So Audley Watson over there in Connecticut, we want to say good morning to you. This time he comes forward in the approved manner. First day of a 5-day test match. Trying to assess the pitch. He looked good for the camera. I hope that he would have gotten a good shot there. And he was in for the photo up there on that one. So 2 more overs to go to complete the inning. The umpire again is coming down. I mean, if you're carrying the title of senior umpire, when you're out there, you're neutral, pal. You have your own end to take care of. The other standing umpire, he have his end to take care of. You have to go to your position. Or Vino is going to get in you and say that you are wasting time. The fielders are ready. I know you're now the last man to get into your position. So that's the way you do it. Yeah. Once he's not wasting any time, you can't deny him. You don't want anybody to drop on it. That's a new. This time he's going hard at this one. He's bowled him, knocked him over. So finally, Ahmed opened the shoulders, and one that was on the stumps, and he swing And you know the saying, you miss, I hit. Wicket number 7 goes with the score on 98. The umpire himself is asking for some refreshment here. Once you're not wasting any time, you cannot deny it. And that happens in international cricket as well. A lot of times, though, what the fielders will do, well, you're an experienced man, you know that, they'll push that fielder to the edge of the circle once a fielder, and they'll walk around and give him that water. But the batsman, the batsman are going to come all the way out, so you get on quickly and get off. Sometimes some people have to take their medication at certain times. Yes, so that hours come, you don't know why they're taking the water. You can't deny them. As long as they're not wasting time. And then again, who knows? The emergency fielder, he wants to be seen on camera. I feel that Okay, so we finally conclude that now. So he just wants to be seen on camera, so he goes off because we know this livid. He's saying he can't want water again. They can't want water because they're not running any singles. Oh, this time he's hitting it in the air, but he's going to be safe. Again, I think 98 is more than enough. I think that is what the Pakistanis are saying. Because they're not making any effort to really go gung-ho at this time. Leon Francis want to say good morning. Knocked him over again. Bowled him. Clean bowled. So the man with the golden arm is Anwar Ahmad. He's knocked him over twice in this over.
So it's 98 for 8. And in fact, all of them seem to be coming out. Is it that they're short?
So why didn't the other little guy there back then? Oh, he's not 45, I guess. They could have asked me to go a while ago.
Well, that seems to be the end of the innings. So the end of Pakistan's innings at 98 for 8.
Well, you called it yesterday for the Indians. You said they're playing too short. And now the Pakistanis.
Never to be outdone by the Indians.
That's right, they're playing too short as well. Well, let's see. We're going to see the top scorer here would be Sijan Ahmed. He scored 27 from 39. And Shalish Sharma, he got 25 from 27. No other batter got into double figures. We had 20 extras along the way. So extras was the other contributor. And in the bowling column, we had 2 wickets apiece for Naveed Ahmed. At the top, he bowled 3 overs, 12 runs, 2 wickets. And we had Ali Bakari, he got 2 for 19 from his 4. And Anwar Ahmad, man with the golden arm, 2 wickets, knocked 2 poles over. 98 for 8. And the Rizwan Mohammed got 1 for 14. Those are the guys who are in the wicket column. And like we said again, extras really contributed there with 20. So it's going to be, I believe, a short first innings. So until the run chase, that's what we have for you here from the Combox. We'll be right back.
Well, we're back here, and the first delivery of the innings, remember Pakistan, they're defending just 98, and the very first delivery that Ankur produced has sent back Suja Khan without scoring.
Yes, they're going to fight to the very end. They would have batted short, but Anchor opening the bowling from the southern end was spot on. And umpire had no hesitation. That was one of the easiest decisions in this tournament. That dreaded finger went up as the batsman shuffled right in front of the 3 sticks. Didn't get any willow onto it. And it was a dead duck. Good start here by the Pakistan Stars. Anchor again, a local boy. He played a lovely cover drive in his innings. But then 2 balls later, he gave a simple catch. Bowling caught. Rizwan. Well, Rizwan has been promoted. Rizwan is an official number 11 for his club.
Well, he's getting a knock. He's getting a chance to use the bat in the power play. And who knows, he may well destroy this bowling attack.
Never know. Coconut Creek, Rizwan, you've been promoted to number 3. Number 3 is oftentimes the best batsman in the team. So, Rizwan has got to be... you have got to take note, folks. Rizwan comes forward and plays it to the right of the bowler. He feeds to his own bowling. So Rizwan is saying, you're not going to get a hat-trick here, not with my wicket. Chasing 99 there. No run for 1 wicket. Outside the off stump, he's driving and he's playing one of Vinod's favorite French cuts. But this time it came in front of the bat from the bottom edge. And then I asked the wicketkeeper how was the wicket playing when he batted. He started explaining and said, I don't know. I didn't get a knock. But he gave a good explanation. He said, listen, I responded to his call, but I didn't realize the guy was so close in the mid-off. I just trusted his judgment. And this time he's appealing. I think he got some willow onto that one. Ball is not going to go that far, hitting the pad. He almost went out to a short mid-wicket. But they're in hopes of getting wickets. They can only win this match by getting wickets. They're not going to bowl the 20 overs, I can tell you that. This time he's guiding this one, splitting the 2 fielders, the gully and the backward point, and gets off the mark and gets US Stars going. So at the end of over number 1, it's 1 for 1. So Mark Croatia has been kept off strike, as Rizwan would have stole the over. Got a single off the last ball. So they're attacking with a slip, of course. They would have to take wickets, so they have to put fielders. Watch put down the leg side wide. They called and signal there by the umpire. The keeper had no chance on that one. It's going to be 3 runs. They can't afford that. So 4 for 1. Over number 2. Pakistan Stars winning the toss this morning and decided they're going to take first knock. They mustered up 98 for 8. They played short. He's turning this one around the corner. Where's one using his wrist, and they're gonna get too comfortable. They can get free if they so desire, but I think that Mark Qureshi is not interested. Neither was Rizwan. He settled for two a long time ago. That was a good-looking stroke there by Rizwan. He looked at it under the eyes and then turned it around and split the short fine leg and just to the right of the umpire. And got two for his effort. Quicker delivery. He's on the back foot punching but can't pass extra cover.
So it's not a difficult task here, Ivor. Getting up to the 80.
Yeah, just 93 to win from 112 balls equation. Oh, this time he's sitting in the air and he goes straight to the man and he's out. Which one goes?
Well, are we in for a surprise here? 2 wickets down. 6 for 2.
Of course, Rizwan should have done much more with that. It was a looping full toss. He got it on the outer half of the bat. He was pulling it. He was doing the right thing. He had some height, but not enough height. And the man in the wide mid-on position ran to his right and hauled that one in. So which one goes? He goes for 3 from 8 deliveries. So Mark Qureshi is yet to be on strike, but I think the batters would have crossed while the ball was in the air. I think the umpire is going to confirm that now. Because so Anwar Ahmad is going to be joining Qureshi. So Rizwan given an opportunity to wheel the willow, batting at number 3. He's the official number 11 for his team. He's the captain of his team, Coconut Creek, in the Gold Coast League competition. But he really tried to swing that one around, but could go no further than the wide mid-on. A good catch, because we have seen some of those put down, some simple ones. So yes, of course, the batters did cross. Qureshi is on strike, taking guard. So he's been there at the top of the inning, but he's going to now get to take first knock after 10 deliveries. This time he's coming forward and can't score. He likes that area and he likes to just either tampoost the non-strikers if he's running, or maybe he's serious, but it takes 2 to run the single. More often than not, he plays into the offside. This time he's opening the bat, he's splitting backward point and cover point, and he's getting 2 runs. A better throw would have had him in some difficulty. But Qureshi gets off the mark with 2. It was a good stroke. Has that overcome to an end? A successful one by Westput. So he has bowled 1 for 7. The score is 8 for 2. Let's see if Anchor will continue from the southern end. Yes, seems like it. He's walking up to his bowling mark, sporting his brand name shades. So Anwar Ahmad, he's southpaw, left-hander. So now the line of attack has got to be different here, unless Anchor decides he's going to bowl straight, but he's going to continue around the wicket. And I still have to say, Anchor played a beautiful cover drive this morning in his brief innings. And to see the way he got out with a ball that he could have probably hit back over the bowler's head, he just gave a bowling caught chance, wide delivery outside the off stump. So Anchor, his radar is off. Chasing 99 for 3rd place.
Well, Anwar has been one of the better batsmen on this team. That should have been a single. Qureshi standing on his bat.
Yes, it was his call, but he's decided, well, It's only 99 to get, so we can serve this up in boundaries. Time he's pulling and pulling well. He's going to get 4 for this. So that's what Koichi is saying. Why bother to sprint for a quick single? We can punch the next ball for 4. So Ahmad gets off the mark with 4. He's on to 13. The score is on to 13 for 2. So Anka losing his line there. As you would say, a good delivery for the right-hander. Now there's some protection in the deep. There's a deep mid wicket. This time he's going in the air. He's getting a good hold of this. He's gone for 6.
Yeah, well, Anwar Ahmed has, as I said before, one of the better players. He started with the ball earlier on today. Now he's looking to do it with the bat to take his team to victory. 19 for 2. This is the 3rd over.
That's exactly what Koichi would have said. I'm not going to hustle a quick single when you can get the ball across the boundary ropes. He's going at him again. This one is probably going down the leg side. Even the wicketkeeper is way down the leg side. The angle is taking it down leg. And clearly, he would have missed another 2 poles down the leg side. So that was just an ambitious appeal. They're hunting for wickets. They need wickets. Down the leg side, wide. So he has lost his way to the left-hander Anwar Ahmad. Beautiful deliveries to the right-hander. If he would have kept that line, bowling to Qureshi. But the off-stump becomes the leg side for the left-hander. He has got to change and get it outside the off-stump this time. Outside the off-stump, he's playing a French cut, but not going to get much more than 1 for it, as the finally comes up and couldn't prevent the shot. The run. That was good thinking on the part of Qureshi. It was his call, and he called him out. I guess he's saying, I'm not getting enough strike. I've only had 2 deliveries out of the 3rd over. We would have had some 17 deliveries bowled, and Qureshi has only faced 2 deliveries. So this is going to be his 3rd. He's on 2. This time he's coming forward, edging outside the off stump, can't score. As over number 3 comes to an end, it is 21 for 2. And that is indeed the latest score here at the Broward County Stadium. Okay, so over number 4 is on the way, and this time he's opening up his arms, but he's not timing. And he is straight to the wide mid-off. He was all on his knees like a crab, trying to gather that one in. But he effected the stop. So Dot goes into the scorer's book. Bowling with a slinging wrong arm action. Keeping it tight, making them work for every one. 99 is the target. And 78 runs away from that. They have 100 deliveries in the air. There's a man getting under it. Will he get there? No, he doesn't. He fell. Just as he's...
Well, a good attempt. I'll say something. Azim there, he was the captain. He did get it, just a couple inches again. But you have to give him kudos for the effort.
Yes, if he had 6 more inches on his fingers, he would have got a finger touch on it. Or if he would have grown his fingernails, I think he would have caught up with it. He was that close. Oh, down the leg side, and beautifully taken there by the wicketkeeper. He saved 5. It was a quicker delivery, going down the leg side. As a matter of fact, pitched out outside the leg stump and still going further down the leg side. I'm impressed with this young man's wicket keeping. If there was a prize for best wicket keeper, I would certainly give it to him. And I think he should be made mention of at the presentation, because it's not easy when bowlers are bowling wayward. I mean, you have to understand that these guys are average age is 60. To get into the competition, you have got to be 50, with an exception of two 45-year-olds. So I have to give it to him. You can see he was class, especially back in the day. Outside the off stump, Qureshi is trying to drive this one to the covers. There's no cover sweeper. Just takes the bottom edge and can't score. So Qureshi 2 from 5. Normally he gets the ball off the square, but having a little difficulty. This time he's pulling, getting some willow onto it. Let's see if it's pad or bat. In the meantime, the bat is 1 for 1. It's leg by, so he missed out. As the over comes to an end, over number 4 done and dusted. It's 24 for the loss of 2 wickets at the end of over number 4. Ahmad is on 12, Qureshi is on 2. So folks, you can stick and stay, because we're going to have the grand finale this afternoon between the India Stars and the West Indies Stars. West Indies has gone without losing a match in this competition. India would have lost for the first time yesterday to the West Indies Stars, but India has a chance to redeem themselves in the finals. So that will be coming up this afternoon. Ankar, now he's bowling over the wicket, so he's changed his mode of attack, and he's spot on. Early in the innings, you would have seen Shalish batted beautifully for 25, and the one mistake he would have made, he got bowled at neck and crop. He was playing on the front foot all along and guiding those balls outside the off stump, and this time he chose to go on the back foot to cut a ball that was on the wicket and was bowled at neck and crop. A single there to Ahmad. Single to Qureshi, I beg your pardon. He takes his tally up to 3 from 8. Ahmad comes on strike. Anwar Ahmad. He's playing outside the off stump, looking for the square drive. He missed and taken cleanly there by the wicket keeper. So Anchor goes round the wicket and bowled a high full toss. I think it's going to be called a no ball, as he latched onto it and he goes for 4. Yes, indeed, it's a no ball. It was over the waist. It was over the waist. It may have been coming down, but the umpire at square leg is in the best position to judge it. He's saying it passed him over the waist. Even if he would have stood in his normal position, yes, you can see Anchor saying the ball was coming down, and that should be taken into consideration. But the umpire considered it, of course, and said it still was over the waist. So a free hit, and the batters have not changed, so the field cannot change, the fielding positions of the fielders. So Anchor, he's got to come good here, because he's going to Anwar with his eyes lighting up, and he can't do nothing with this but just to guide it down to the wide, short third man and can't score. Do you think it's one of those where you say the batter forgot that it was a free hit?
It happens, and Anwar has really changed the game here. 30 for 2, we should be out of here shortly.
I think it should be a walk in the park, and who needs Jenny Craig when you have such low scores, when you can just have a walk in the park? This time he's pulling and pulling well. It's going to be 4. as Anchor changed his bowling actions, a double action, but it made no difference to Anwar Ahmad. He got some will onto that and tugged it to the vacant mid-wicket, cow corner, and take the total on to 34 for 2 and take him into the 20s. He's on 20 as a matter of fact, from 13. Croatia will be on strike at the beginning of over number 6, which incidentally going to be the last over of the power play. And after that, you can have no more than 5 fielders outside of the 30-yard circle. So for the first time, I would have seen Rizwan in all of my cricketing experience here, batting at number 3. Today he had that opportunity, so he came and went. Rizwan is a very knowledgeable cricketer. He captains his team here at Coconut Creek in the local competition. Tiki too, he plays for the Indian Stars. He captain Tufant. Oh, this one is wide outside the off stump. It's called wide. Called and signaled there by the umpire. It was from the bowler's arm to the wicket keeper. Gloves. Big keeper standing right up over the bails on the off stump, of course. He's driving this one, square driven. Not going to get much more than the 2 runs. That's a good looking shot there by Qureshi. He split the backward square leg and the backward point, I beg your pardon, and the cover point, and got 2.
Well, he's a captain, he's there on 5, but he understands that after the loss of 2 early wickets, he wants to spend time out there, anchor the inning, so to speak, outside the off stump. He tugs it through the onside. Luckily, Qureshi would have been better served looking to drive that through the offside.
First signs of aggression here by Qureshi. Went 1 bounce to the wide mid-on.
So he's looking to go over the onside infield, the infield on the onside. This time, better sense prevails. He walks away, Javed Miandad style. Qureshi told me that he played against Javed Miandad in Pakistan
when they were about 5-6 years old.
Well, this time he's nicely forward, very stylish. He batting with Darren Bravo had sent him a bat, so
he prized his wicket, I can tell you that. I
yes.
mean, he
puts a price on it, definitely.
Yes, I can say that. And again,
along the track, a lot of overs to go, so he's not going to rush it.
He's going to play for the not out. He's going to be very disgusted if he gets out in this inning. He carries his bat more often than not.
Down the ground, and the Qureshi, that one just didn't have the legs. They're going to come back for 2. No, only 1. But that's not the best running there.
No. Qureshi wants to strike. It's the end of the over, man. You have to understand there's such a thing as stealing the overs. So he settled for 1, knowing that he was counting balls. It was the last ball of the 6th over, end of the power play. And I'm telling you again that Qureshi puts a prize on his wicket. He plays with pride. I remember chastising Zishan Qureshi for getting out in a naughty way. And then he would have gone on and playing the same match and made some 30-odd runs not out. And he would have said, that's what you do. When you bat, first thing you're doing, you're playing not to out. That's the first thing. And while you're there, you can make runs. But you know who always make the most runs? The man behind the flags. Make even more runs than the scorer. The scorer just writes, but he stays behind the flag, and oftentimes he's showing you the shot that late cutting here. Yeah, a good bit of feeling by Shalish there though, because once he didn't get a hand in it, they had 2, possibly 3 written all over it. So these guys are fighting. They're fighting to the end. Perhaps they know they're on TV and the president of the Gold Coast League is saying, listen, if I'm defending 10, I'm going to try to do all my worth to save anything that come in my way. So he's leading by example. Oh, this is a big one. Goes all the way for 6 over the deep mid wicket. So he's taking a liking to Angkor. He has plundered him for 2 sixes in this inning so far. And he would have bowled a high full pitch to him, which was called a no ball. So Ahmad goes on to 26, scores on to 45 for 2. So he's trying to make light work of this. 99 that is required for victory. So Ankor's changing his mode. He's coming over the wicket to him. He's going after him again in the offside, but there's coverage. There's a deep, long off, and he sent the throw back into Angkor, but he's showing signs of aggression. The batters are trading bats. There's a preferred bat. I haven't seen that in a while. I think Tishon need to give one of these batters his bat. He bats with a big heavy bat, and here it is. Qureishi's covering up, and like I said, he's not going to give his wicket away. He knows it's a small score, so the score is not in danger of getting overhauled, but he's going to play for the not out. And again he comes forward looking for a single. So if he stays on 10 not out, he wouldn't mind. I think the not out is what he's in hopes of. One more legal delivery in this over. He's cutting outside the off stump and missing. So that's the end of Ankor's spell. He went for some 32 runs. So not the best of time for him in this inning, in his bowling. He's a much better bowler than that, but you have to forgive him. With only 9 men on the field, you have to understand there's going to be a lot of spaces, but there's no excuses for the sixes. But then again, there may be, because the batters know that they're men short, so they can always wind up. So this partnership has yielded 40 runs so far. So when skipper Qureshi got in, there was only 6 runs on the board. So let's see. Ahmad is going to be facing. Trying to get the field placing correct. There's a wide delivery down the leg side. Shizan Ahmed, he's in his second over. What a beautiful first over. Only 5 runs coming from it. And again, I want to say this park is lush green. It's looking good. This time the batsman is coming forward, stroking it nicely, but can't score. Ball knocked only in the mid-off area. This time he's going big, but he's not going to get it across the boundary ropes as they're struggling for 2. Are they going to be taking it on? Yes. So Ahmad was trying to go down to the deep backward square leg for a boundary, but he didn't time it all that well. But there's a man stationed in that general area. He's in the mid-wicket area. Just this time he's going again, and this time he's coming in on it. 2 bounces. So with all that wind up, he can only get one for his effort. Partnership of 43. He goes to 30. 50 comes up on the board. That brings Croatia on strike. And again, the trade bats. Croatia getting a full toss there, but hit it straight to the man in the extra cover and can't score. Outside the off stump, left alone. The wicketkeeper took the bails off in a flash. Axe the umpire on square. Question. Says not out. Outside the off stump. He's cutting well. That's a good shot there by Croatia. He's going to get 4 for this. That's a proper cricketing shot. He waited in it. He got on the... After this over, we're going to bring you in. This time the batsman is pulling. He's pulling well. The ball is going to win the race as the backward square leg gave chase from short backward square leg. But the ball, yes, indeed, did win the race. So Anwar, he goes into the 30s. He is on 38. And now the score goes into the 60s. It goes up to 62. 62 for 2. So the last batter to be out was Rizwan Mohammed. He would have gone a long time ago for 3. This time he's pulling this one here, but there's a man stationed in the long on position, so they ambles through for a single. So we have one delivery left in this over to complete over number 9.
And joining you after would be the manager of the TKR, Colin Board, who, as we were saying this morning, had he held on to that catch, it would have been one of the best we would have seen here. It would have been just under the one taken by Allen. Don't you think so? In the CPL.
Yes, indeed.
It would have been 1-2, Allen and Board.
Yes.
So it's the end of the over after 9:63 for 2. Let me leave you in the company of Colin Board.
Hi, good morning, gentlemen, and good morning, viewers. Or good day, I should say.
No, it's night somewhere in the world, so you can't be wrong.
Yeah, it's a lovely day today. Beautiful weather this morning. It was nice and cool at the beginning of the game, and I think we were all so happy to have been here for the last week and having some great fun.
Yes, indeed. Well, you would have done your duty in the fielding this morning, and you have a big heart. You're carrying an injury and your favorite right hand as well.
Yeah, yesterday I had to leave in severe pain and spent the evening in the hotel wrapped up with my right arm and a lot of painkillers. And again this morning, and the painkillers are working really well, 1,000 milligrams. So I'm still on painkillers, but I chose to come out and help out because we were one short at when the game started, and once I was out there, as usual, I can't resist, so I continued. But yeah, certainly I had fun this morning as well.
You just can't help it. Well, it's a good thing it's not a swimming match where you would have asked to use your arms to get to the finish line. but your presence on the field, your experience, and the motivation, that also count.
Yeah, I think it was great fun with the guys. I know it's the last game of the tournament. It's playing for third place. We've just met each other over the course of time, and we've really been having great fun together. So I want to be part of that as well.
Very good. Well, you would have played your part, and now you're still playing your part because here you're on the come box. You're in the come box and still contributing to the cricket.
Yeah, great. You guys have done a wonderful job all week in keeping the viewership and listeners tuned in, and some really good comments along the way. Most of the players at night, they go back and have a look at the game and listen to the commentary. But you guys have been very entertaining, very enlightening, some good stuff on all the intricacies of the game of cricket. And of course, it doesn't matter what age you are. The love for the game is, cricket is not a sport that you like. You have to be in love with it to still be playing, and I think it shows from you guys as well doing your commentary. So everyone has had a great time so far this week.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Well, Shalish comes into the attack, and he is just gone for a single so far. This one is into the legs. He's turning it nicely. That's Qureshi getting a single. They ran the first one very quickly. He thought of two, but there was never two on the cards. And as usual, they're going to trade bats. I think that bat is both of them favorite bat. I think that's what would have happened.
Yeah, and Anwar has been playing well all tournament, and he's had a good tournament. Anwar Ahmed, he's 40 from 24. Mac is 12 from 24. Nice partnership, but I think it's just about 60 runs or so. 34 runs to win from 63 balls.
Yes, runs here in the making as this one was played to the short fine leg area, and they ambles through for a single. So Shelley says not being carted across the ropes. He's keeping things relatively tight, especially when you're bowling to Ahmad, who is in the 40s, and you can keep him quiet, playing defensively. It means that the president of the Gold Coast League is being respected.
I think something to recognize as well is that the wicket has played well. The wicket has held up for this week. It has been a lot of cricket. Every day was two double headers, and with the weather the way it is, I think the wicket and the ground stuff must be commended.
Oh, that's a good looking shot by Croatia, and he's going to get 4 for this. Square driven. It's always a glorious thing to look at when you play the square drive, and he did it to perfection.
Yeah, Mark will love that. I mean, he got down on one knee. It looked really, really nice. Played square of the wicket behind point. A beautiful stroke. Down on one knee. I'm pretty sure he'd like to get a clip of that. Really good shot there from Matt.
Yes, and the 2 boundaries he would have hit is in the general area, so that seemed to be his favorite shot. He's quite defensive in his approach today, knowing it's only 99 to get for 3rd place for his team. He's marshalling his troops. He's the captain of the team. He's keeping company with Ahmad. Ahmad is there on 41 from 25. But the partnership is going. We'll tell you in a minute what the partnership is. Roddy, our official score, the man of business, could you just post the partnership because it's going in leaps and bounds? 64 as a matter of fact.
Oh, wonderful. After 10 overs, 70 for 2. I think the run rate is, the required run rate is like 2.9. And they are going close to 7 and over. So complete control really. USA Stars here. Not much to go anymore. We have a lot of wickets in hand, and it's just for these 2 batsmen to be sensible. It's 10 overs to go. Enjoy the cricket. Play straight. The wicket's playing well. The outfield is nice and lush and green and quick. And a beautiful afternoon. It's the last game of the tournament, and I think they've decided to continue building on that partnership.
So Asim with his off spinners, he too plays in the local league here. And he's bowling his off spinners, bowling round the wicket. But I can tell you, Croatia put a prize on his wicket, and he's not. This time he's getting on the back foot, but there's coverage down in the cow corner, deep mid wicket area, and they can only get 1, which brings Croatian strike. We'll see the trading of the bat. Let us see if that's gonna take place. No, this time they've decided not to trade bats. So it's a left-right combination. So we're gonna see some field changing over. 7-1 for 2. So Croatia is going to come not out. If I was a betting man, that's the bet I'll bet. I'm not going to bet how much he's going to make, but I'm going to bet you that he's not going to give up. He's showing some signs of aggression here, but there's coverage in the long on region. They ambles through for a single.
Really good cricket this morning. As I said earlier, Anwar has played a wonderful innings. He's had a good tournament thus far, both with bat and ball. He's a nice, cool customer, and he's been a steady one throughout for us. He's been able to play as straight as possible, but also he has the firepower to go over the top as well.
this time he's edging this one, and it's taken. And my wicketkeeper of the tournament has only. I hope he's not hurt. He's down. He's rolling around.
I think he's having fun out there.
Oh, he's having fun.
Yeah, he's
okay.
having fun.
I was a bit worried there.
He's been good all tournament. Faz has been good all tournament. It's a really
All
good catch.
tournament.
Yeah, he's been good. He's been very ebullient and full. Yeah, he's just a little bit. He's just struggling. But he's had a good tournament. Nevertheless, he's played well. He's played a lot of enthusiasm as well. He's fitting in beautifully with all of the players for first time meeting them. He's full of chatter. Full of energy, and that's what you want from a wicketkeeper as well. You want some vibrancy, and he's the glue that keeps the team together in the outfield and keeps the motor running.
Yeah, but I faulted there. It's my fault why he got out.
I think as the
I was
commentators, because both of us there.
No, but apart from that, I was supposed to be standing.
Oh, I see. I see.
He'll tell you why.
Yes.
Why should have been standing, What's that? He got out in the 40s, and I was sitting. I should have been.
He's standing, man.
Oh, so that's something you're supposed to do. My apologies for that. I hope I didn't distract you. But we'll have to talk to Anwar a little bit. Yeah.
Me.
Oh, we got Nanda right. Okay.
More often than not, when I'm in the come box, he'll tell you that. Batters out in the 40s once I'm sitting.
Once he's sitting down. Okay,
Yes.
I see. Cricket has some strange things that we do. I know. I'm
Yes.
honored I have it as well.
One year, about 4 or 5 guys got into the 40s and they couldn't get up. And then I decided, let me stand for this one. And I stood up.
Yeah.
And that's how the first 50 was had in that tournament.
Wow.
And ever since that, I try to remember to stand in the 40s.
But it's been good cricket this morning. 72 for 3, 10.5 overs. 27 to win off 55 balls.
Well, you're a betting man. Do you think that they can get to 27 in 55, in now 54 balls? Do you actually think that?
Yeah, I think USA are in charge here. Certainly, there's some good batting still to come, but I'm not a betting man. But if I were, I'd certainly put my money on USA stars. I don't think that Pakistan's bowling attack is lethal enough. But then again, cricket is a game of glorious uncertainty. So, I'll put it in USA hands. Certainly, we would like to run third in the tournament and win back-to-back and end the series with 2 successive wins, and that would make everybody happy. We play for fun, but it's still a competitive environment, and I'd like to see, of course, my team go through. Pakistan has been a wonderful team as well to play against. The camaraderie has been great. The banter has been wonderful out on the outfield, and all 4 teams have gelled beautifully in this tournament.
Yes, indeed. Well, you were in with a chance with the first 2 games, and I'll dare say those 2 games slipped away.
Yeah, I think in the first game, we didn't bat as well as we should have, but it was the first game trying to assess the wicket. We got at 118. We did really well after the first 10 overs. They were 54 without loss to pull them back. And then somewhere in that 19th over, a bowler came along and got hammered. And I think the game changed there. There were a couple of periods where Nagamoto, I think, was dropped at mid-wicket in the 17th over. So cricket is a game of small margins and small moments. And each moment you try to win it and not just wait for the end of the game to do that. And I think we lost some key moments in those 2 games, and we paid the price for it.
But I'm going to tell you, it was a commentator's curse. Whoever would have bowled that 19th over from down here would have been under pressure. And I'll tell you why. I told Vinod, I said, Charlie's bowling so well. That's a bad miss. As Qureshi latched onto one, hit it out to the mid-off region. It went through him and afforded 2 runs. So Qureshi goes on by 2. He goes up to 19 from 30. But I continued the conversation. Charlie bowled it so well, I was asking for them to risk one, either Charlie or Rizwan for an over. It wasn't so much where the game was, but I said Charlie bowled so well that whoever is bowling after Charlie for that 19th over down here, they're going to be under pressure.
Yeah.
And so said, so done.
And also well fielded. And the thing about it is that they weren't negotiating the spin well and the slow bowling. So once you brought back a seamer, they were going to go. And they had to go. And when I was asked at the end of the 18th to bowl the 19th, my first thought was it really should be another spinner. And just loop the ball because the wicket ball is coming off slowly. But it is what it is. And that's the beauty of the game shot.
That's a lovely stroke there by Croatia again. He's getting runs here. He's going to be 2 at least. But it was all carpet driven and proper cricketing shot. He favouring the offside today with all good-looking shots. These are some for the highlights.
Yeah, he's batting really well. I mean, he's stroking the ball along the carpet. That's important. He's not going airborne, and there's no need to rush. We've got another 8 overs left. As I said, the current run rate is 6.4, but the required run rate is 2.8. So they're way above the required run rate. Qureshi is on 21 from 33. He's put on a wonderful partnership earlier with Anwar, and 77 for 3 off 12, chasing a very small total this afternoon. 99 to win.
We always tend to remember the last thing that would have happened over there, like the 19th over. But let's think back a little further. Your first 2 overs, you're bowling beautifully from the northern end.
Yeah.
And that's why I said you would have been under pressure coming after Charlie and then coming from an end in which you would not have bowled from.
Correct. I would have liked to have done the 18th over from the top. The truth is, I wasn't really expecting to come back. The 2 overs were kind of slotted in. I think it was the 7th and maybe 9th. The 5th and 7th. I think the 5th over in the power play, he asked me to come on. And we were just going to bowl just back of a length, middle and off, and try to keep it tight, which I was able to do for those 2 overs. And that
this
time
he
up.
is going to be given.
Yeah,
Yes,
certainly. He's tried to play to onside rather than punching down the ground as blatant, and it's really, it was easy for the umpire's finger to go up on that one.
Yeah, that was easy peasy. He just stepped right in his wicket, blocked the sticks, and decided he's going to try to turn it around the corner. And again, Vinod is going to left with all of his marbles. You put in the marbles. Remember we said that? You want to hit all 6.
Yeah.
Once you do this, you're going to hit maybe 1.
Yeah. It's a percentage shot, and it's not something that anybody would want to play, particularly in a particular situation where it's only 12 overs. You just play straight. There's a long off and long on. You play down the ground, you could run down for 1. You can walk the cricket at this stage once you play sensible cricket. And here we have Mr. Mark Stolman coming to the wicket.
Well, he had one. He had a golden duck yesterday, so
yes,
now he's going to bat
his
good friend Qureshi, and Qureshi is coaching him right now, and he's telling him, just put your bat way out front.
He's going to get an opportunity this morning. He did get a first ball yesterday, and let's see if he has any nerves. He's going to take his guard as he's representing the USA All Stars and the USA Stars today. Let's see what he's going to bat on. Is he going to bat on a leg? Middle.
Well, the fielders are closing in, so they're not going to let up. Look at this field.
He didn't ask for God.
If the camera could have just come back to show the field. And he's left that one alone. It's a wide delivery.
Okay, and he's also asking the umpire to signal it. It's oh my! He's bowled him.
Oh my God!
Ball just back of a length, and he swung for the hills again, and I think that's what 2 back-to-back. Welcome to cricket, Mr. Stolman. It's not as simple as baseball. It's a tougher game. It's one that you have to negotiate, but he's got a knock, and it's great. He's been a really good servant of the game over the past 5 or 6 years in North Carolina, and it's great to see that he's out here in South Florida and got an opportunity to play in the Legends tournament at the Central Broward County Stadium. What pair of gloves was he using there?
Baseball, it seems
Baseball
like.
gloves that he's using? Yeah.
Yes, he's not accustomed to the
But it's a great opportunity today for him to experience it in the middle. The old saying, keep your eyes on the ball. And we have Mr. Sahadio, who got some runs yesterday coming to the wicket. Anthony Sahadio. Wicket-keeper batsman or batsman wicket-keeper, dependent on how he likes to have himself called. But he's had a good tournament as well. Pretty decent with the gloves. I think in one game he struggled a little bit.
First game, yes.
First game, but since then he settled in, and of course, it's a confidence. Batting is confidence. It's cricket is confidence. Life is confidence. And once he got his confidence, the hands got better, and the batting got better. And when you're batting well, you're catching well.
I thought an injustice was done to him yesterday, though. In the
Nobody was
comebacks here,
asking
I thought he was struggling for some reason after batting so long. But I learned this morning that they asked him to come out when there was only 3 overs to go to allow someone else to bat. And he could have probably given an opportunity to make the highest individual score in the tournament.
Yeah.
And who knows, he maybe could have got a century.
Yeah,
With
he was
3
the one-
overs,
he was
18
the one
balls.
who's actually seen the ball well. He's been
Yes.
out there for a lengthy period of time. But the management of the team thought it wise that they would ask him to come and give someone else an opportunity
Not
to
to
play. But
free
I
overs,
thought he
though.
was going well. I thought maybe the non-striker would be the one who just from one end he let everybody else have a go and let him bat through the innings. Remember, the purpose of the exercise was for one person to bat through the innings,
Yes.
and then everybody else play around him. And I think he did a fine job in doing that.
So he should have been given the opportunity to continue batting and let the other guy come out if that's the case. Because you're playing for pride too, you're on television and you want to know your folks back home are seeing you and hearing you, and here you're on Vinod good commentary. And
Yeah,
I
I think
just put a
he
little
did
colour on
and he
it.
batted really, he batted really well yesterday. And it
Yes,
was-
he did. As a matter of fact, he got promoted. He batted at number 5 in the first inning.
Yes.
Then I checked the scorecard. He was slated to bat at number 11, which he didn't get a chance to bat. And then he got promoted to number 3 yesterday. And now again, if you check the scorecard, I guess he's down at maybe about number 7.
Yep.
He's down at 7.
I think today they're making the adjustments to ensure that everybody gets an opportunity.
Of course,
At this
because
stage of the game,
I
yeah.
got a chance to see Rizwan, who is the official number 11 for his team. He's the captain of
Yeah.
Coconut Creek,
Yeah.
but he's the official number 11 for his team. He batted at number 3 today.
Yeah.
So you're quite right. Everybody got a chance to showcase their ways.
Yeah, I was unfortunate to my shoulder because I would have gotten a chance yesterday and today, but such is life when you're playing sport. You can't cater for being injured, so maybe another time.
And saying that too, because your name flashed across the board here, that when Mark got the one ball, I said it was you.
Oh, yeah. Thank God it wasn't me. But I really would have loved to have gotten out there. I was standing at first slip today and the wicket is so nice to bat on and looking so good. But maybe another day. You never know, maybe today. Who knows?
No, I think this one is
Going
going
down
down
leg.
leg. I think this
Yeah.
one is going down leg. Yeah, it's going down leg. It's going with the arm, always
Yeah,
going from the
12.5
wicket.
overs. Well, that's the end of it. 12th over, is it?
13th.
13th
End of
over.
13, yes.
80 for 5. A partnership of 2. Asim Hassan 3 overs, 14 for 3 wickets. Mark Qureshi's on 22 from 34. And 80 for 5. USA Stars versus Pakistan Stars.
Yes, so we have had at least, I think, about seven bowlers into 3 wickets now, right? And we have the lone standout with one getting 4
Okay.
in an innings.
That's interesting. I have to commend the organizers for a great tournament. It has been played in a very, very straight, important.
Yeah, his bat is as broad as Broadway.
He's had a good tournament. He's got a couple of runs here and there. He's played quite a bit. I think he's bowling a little bit. I think maybe in his second game or third game he struggled a bit. But since then he's looked good with the bat.
Yeah, well, he surprised everyone when he opened the bowling from this end. But I thought he'd think 172 runs they were not going to get that. But he came on the bowl. I thought he would have maybe just bowled 1 over. But he ended up bowling 3 overs on the trot. And with a lot of wides in there.
Yeah, I think
You cannot give it up front.
Yeah, I think we gotta play the cricket the way cricket is supposed to
Especially
be played.
up front. You
Yeah.
see, you can do that when you, let's say for the first 10. You just play
Play hard
correct
cricket. Yeah.
up there, and when it's like mathematically it seems as if it's gonna be out of reach, then you can try whatever you have to try.
Yeah, I think the total that we posted was a pretty good and competitive total, but we didn't cater for that partnership in the middle as well between what was the guy's name? Ketan Patel and Lafanda Fazal. Yeah, they batted really, really well. But we didn't apply the pressure, and we should have applied the pressure from ball 1
And
and
then
take it as
finisher
deep as
came and
possible.
finished it up.
Yeah.
Nakamoto came and just decided, well, you're gonna drop me. I'm gonna end it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he was dropped really early at short mid wicket, an easy catch, and then he just went for it. And of course, I put it in his slot where he had
Charlie
to
of
go.
all persons would have dropped
Yeah.
a sitter. That's when I know you're not having a good day. Asim is bowling one. It's a full pitch, and he's begging all his words. He's saying, no, he must have been drifting, going down leg again. Catch him in the full, but it's not all full pitch. Gonna go straight in the wicket, eh? And he's bowling from that angle around the wicket. Maybe you get those in the local competition, and you think, well, they should be had here, but the angle more often than not is taking it. Look, see where he's coming from?
Yep.
Wide out there. And he's going down there, so you can always go with the drift.
Sahadio coming off a good tournament, and he'll be very pleased with himself. I think towards as the tournament went on, his work has been excellent. So he would leave here very satisfied. So there are two batsmen in the wicket who spent quite a bit of time at the crease, and with 85 for 5 and 14 overs, 5.4 overs still remaining, a run rate required of 2.5.
Yeah, 14.
USC Stars should feel fairly comfortable.
14 from 34. It's going to be a walk in the park. Could that
Very
be
excitable
a chance?
Hassan.
I know, at least 14 runs to go, and he's really looking to get in the wicket column.
And that's great to see the enthusiasm, because he's already got 3 wickets.
Yes,
I think he's looking for that fourth.
Yeah. 4 or 5, because we had 1-4 already. He has 3 deliveries to get 4 and 5. I think that's what he's aiming for. But Croatia will have none of that. He's got to try with his next 2 deliveries to get 4 and 5. He has a chance. But he was looking some assistance from the umpire for number 4.
Mm-hmm.
Umpire is saying, I'm not going to help you, pal. You have to get it by another means or another delivery, but not that one. Croatia's coming after him. There's a man down here. Let's see. No. 4 runs.
Oh, he was right in the arc, and that was a great shot. Hit as straight as could possibly be. Right, just out, pitched up outside off the bunker. She picked it up beautifully. I was looking pretty long on, but I couldn't find him. Certainly, it's been blocked by the side screen, but it must have just beat him to his left.
So he's not going to get 4 because Croatia's bringing out that window. First we say he's batting.
Ends up a good spell. 4 overs, 3 for 19 from Asim Hassan. He's been the pick of the bowlers so far, and he's certainly been the one that has been extremely attacking. Even as USA Stars are walking towards victory, he's still had all the enthusiasm, and he's been there, worked hard. 4 overs, 3 for 19, so kudos to him.
Yes, indeed. So just 10 to get now from 30 deliveries. So you can see the dock now. They're getting ready to dock.
Oh, I see that some doubles has arrived. Wonderful. Even in South Florida, you can get some Caribbean flavor here. Beautiful. The entire line of staff here is chomping away. Cameramen are eating doubles. Technical staff, everybody. Coordinators, those who are not coordinating, everybody's coordinating and eating doubles, having fun. That's good to see. Don't forget the hungry commentators. Thank you.
Yeah, I think George Roti. We're coming in from George Roti. I would think so. We normally. So that goes into the scores book where Shalise has been replaced. And
oh, lovely catch just behind point. Beautiful. It was pitched outside off stump. He went driving open the face to try to run it behind point. And a lovely sharp catch there. And Anthony Sahadev departs for 3.
Yeah, he looks
89
dejected.
for 5. And you're live here on Mac TV.
Yeah, he's not going to hold his head up. He's dejected. He's disappointed in himself. And even, well, he disappointed me too, because I said they're going to take it home because they're not going to give up the wicket.
You're looking for a big shot outside off some instead of just punching. I think he tried to go too square of the wicket, open the face, but the field was set for it. There was a short third man, backward point cover, sweep on the boundary, extra cover, long off, long on. Short mid wicket. One guy forward a square and one on the 45, and I just needed to punch it, really.
Yeah, well, this is something that's lacking in the tournament, though. The batsmen should try to cross on the field of play, and all the teams are guilty of that, and it takes up a whole lot of time. So Naveed, the all-rounder, he was in the wicket column this morning. He joins Mac Qureshi. Mac is there on 26, and he's opening the blade here, playing a good-looking stroke. Oh, these guys are serious, keeping you honest. Mac looking for a single, in which Naveed was not interested. Oh, he's hitting this one in the air and away from Chalice and over the boundary ropes for 6.
Easy does it. Great shot by Naveed Ahmed. He's had a wonderful tournament as well. He's a strong hitter. And he got a full toss. But more importantly, he didn't swing across the line. He played straight. He kept his shape and played straight. And there's a beautiful stroke way back over the bowler's head for 6, which will take us within 4 of victory in the third place playoff.
Oh, there's ones here. Wide, so this might be it if they care to do so. They can do it, yeah. They can run it out.
Seems that the Pakistan guys are walking here. Well, that's 2.
Yeah, if Mark can run it out, go. Mark is telling him to go.
Naveed is not going to have any more of that. He's going to stay.
Yeah, they just need 1, so they could have run it out and called it there. So the scores are level.
Yeah, scores are level at 98 for 6. USA Stars versus Pakistan. 15.4 overs bowled. You've got 1 run to get in 26.
Can they do it?
And he hikes that one over the top of long on for 6. A humongous shot by Naveed Ahmed to finish the game in beautiful style for USA Stars versus Pakistan Stars. We've run 2 and 2. And we're now kicking. Should we add another week to this tournament? Maybe we can pull it off.
Yes, well, officially, the US Stars have attained 3rd place.
Yeah, guys, please excuse me. I got to go downstairs and say a thank you to everyone. Bye-bye.
So, match done and dusted. So, don't forget this afternoon we should be starting bright and early. Maybe 1:30 start. Okay, so he'll be right in time. So the top score here would have been Anwar Ahmad. He got 42 from 28. And Mac Qureshi is not out there on 26 from 42. And in double figures, we have Naveed Ahmad hitting 2 beautiful 6s to end the match. He got 12. Extras 18, 104 for 6 from 15.5 overs. In the bowling column, we had Asim Hassan. He bowled beautifully. Got 3 for 19. Came very close of a 4th with an LBW decision was turned down. We have Rajput. He got 2 for 24. And Ankar 1 for 32. 104 for 6. US Stars. 3rd place finisher in this tournament. This afternoon, we're going to see a shootout between the Indian Stars and the West Indies Stars. So stand by for that, people. Ivor Henry signing off until such time.